boys and girls, and welcome to Kids Camp Creation Crafts. We're so excited that you're here joining us today because we have a really special craft to make. We're your hosts. I'm Miss Susie.
And I'm Mr. Ryan. We're so glad that you've joined us to make a craft. What are we going to make today, Miss Susie?
Well, today we are going to be making 2 turtles out of shells and sea glass.
That looks pretty interesting. So we like to have scripture to inspire us. So what inspired you to make up this craft here?
Well, in Matthew chapter 14, it talks about the disciples being in a boat and the waves were getting really crazy and they were getting scared. In a distance, they saw someone walking to them. It was Jesus, but they didn't recognize that it was Jesus. And so Peter, he calls out and he says, well, if you are Jesus, call me to come out of the boat. And so he did. Jesus called him out, he stepped out, and he walked on water. Can you guys believe that? He walked on water.
What an amazing story.
But then he lost sight of Jesus, and he started to sink. But you know what? Jesus was there to help him back up. And so that's what this reminds me of. We've got 2 turtles, and it shows us that Jesus is always there walking with us.
Wow, this is a very meaningful craft, and we're going to talk about some of the materials in just a minute. But to help walk with this craft through it, we've got some helpers here. We got the jelly jams with us. Are you guys the jelly? No?
Jellyfish!
Oh, we got the jellyfish. You guys seem a little rowdy, so we're going to have some refs to come help us with a microphone. And if they need to help come on the set, you guys, thank you for helping. We're so glad that you guys are here. And if you guys need to say something, we got our microphones and they're going to help us. We've got some hot glue guns, so it's a little dangerous here, but not too bad. Miss Susie, are you ready to lead us through?
I'm ready to lead you through.
All right.
Boys and girls, are you ready here on the set?
Yeah!
Yes!
All right.
Are you ready at home? All right, let's get crafting.
Okay, to our spots here.
All right, so the first thing we have here is a board. Now, this is not just any old board. Can anyone guess where this might have come from? Wait,
Okay, we
need a mic.
Oh, here we go.
From,
Put a mic over there.
from a tree.
Oh,
Yes,
it did get started with a
definitely
tree.
comes from a tree. Anything more specific? Go ahead.
Perhaps from a dock.
From a dock?
Oh, a dock. Ooh,
Well,
that's
that's
a
a
good
good
guess.
guess. Not
No?
quite. Anyone have any other guesses?
Was it from an oak tree?
It's not oak.
Okay, you guys are getting some great
I'll give you a
guesses here.
hint.
Let's try Noah here.
I'll give you a hint. This was part of a structure. It's kind
It's
of
part
a
of a
building.
What kind of building do you think maybe had wood like that?
A house?
Oh,
Oh,
close.
it's very close.
How about
not
Jude
a house.
down here? What do you think, Jude?
A cabin?
Oh, so
Nice.
close.
We're getting close. Any more guesses?
A barn?
There we go.
A barn, yes.
A
This
barn.
is old wood that was used on a barn. And so I have to give a shout out to some friends back home who had a bunch of this and let us use it just for this craft. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Yes.
So be careful though, because you might get a splinter. So we're going to handle it
Yes.
carefully.
It's not sanded down very well because it is old weathered board. And yes, you could get a splinter. So just be careful when you handle it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn this board over, and I want you to write your name on the board.
like we always
so everybody
do.
should have a marker.
Yep, you guys grab your marker. Doesn't matter what side of the marker you use there, but write it on the piece of tape
Yep.
there.
You can go ahead and write your
Great
name
job.
right there.
You guys are great artists. We always want to sign our work and be proud of what we're making here on Creation Crafts here.
And once you have your name on your board, we will turn it back over to face us.
Boy, what if someone wanted all of the parts for this craft? Where would they look, Miss Susie?
Well, you can order them online or go to a craft store where you can find shells. We have rope, and we also have sea glass.
Ooh, that looks
You
pretty.
can see that. They can come in all different colors. Does anyone know why this might be called sea glass?
Nice. Okay, what we got?
Because the color looks like sea.
Ooh,
That's
it looks
a
like
good
it's the
guess.
sea. That's
It's
part
a
of
good
it.
guess.
It came from the sea because the ocean kept crashing to the glass and it made it two pretty colors.
Right.
Very
I think
good.
that's really good. Wait a second. How does glass end up into the ocean or into the sea? What do you think?
Because there's bad people that throw it in.
Well, yeah, sometimes people throw it in there and then it gets washed to the shore. Now, is this glass going to cut you? Have you guys touched it yet? You can kind of touch a piece there.
You can touch it,
doesn't
feel
seem
it.
too sharp.
Not too sharp, but just
that's
still be
very
careful because
interesting.
it is still glass.
Yep, we
And
wanna
so
be
that is the
careful.
amazing thing. This is glass that has been tumbled by the water, and it makes it really nice and smooth. And it happens over time. Does anyone want to guess how long it can take for sea glass to happen, to form?
Okay, here we go. No.
A few years.
Few years.
Yes.
It is a few years.
It takes years
Yes.
and years.
Yep. We were looking it up, and it could be anywhere from 7 to 20 years to get the sea glass to form. That's pretty amazing.
I think there's a good lesson in that sea glass, that when you're using that glass, it's a reminder of sometimes we have sharp parts. We can be a little rough and cut people, but over time, God is working with us. Even though someone may have thrown that out into the ocean, it is now very beautiful and not as sharp. So this glass is very meaningful. That's why we chose it.
Yes, so we have a question here from Jude.
How do you get this glass at the store?
Well, sometimes they can artificially make sea glass, but real sea glass you can actually find on the beaches. You can go walk along and you can find them and pick them up and see them, but you can buy them at the store too. All right, so let's go ahead and move along. We're gonna go ahead and start our craft. Now, we have limited space on our board. So what I want you to do is we are going to place, we have these big scalloped shells. These are going to be the shells of our turtle. Go ahead and place them where you would like to on the board.
So we're not going to glue anything yet. Don't glue anything yet. So we're kind of going to position it, get it so, what would you like to have where? So we're kind of thinking through how you would like the turtles.
We have to allow room for the back flippers and the front flippers, so we're not going to glue anything yet. We just want to make sure that we place it and that everything will fit. Okay, so once you have your shells down, we're now going to take our sea glass, and we have a kind of a short pointy one. That will be our head, so we're going to stick that at the top. And we have 2 of those. Okay, so we're going to position those.
So everything's getting in position.
Yep. Now we can take our flippers, a little bit longer, kind of skinnier pieces, and you can decide where you would like to put them. If you want them as the front flippers or if you want them as the back flippers.
Very nice. This is the one time when you're doing crafts that you can be bored, okay? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, you guys are doing a great job. I'm seeing some turtles come to life here. Nice. Very good. So we're slow and steady. We're going to remind ourselves about turtles. You know, walking with Jesus, just like these 2 turtles are walking together, sometimes it's a slow process. And that's why I thought this was very meaningful, that the turtles, it doesn't have to be fast, kids. Sometimes we expect these great things to happen when we choose to follow Jesus. But it's okay that things can take a while.
That's right.
All right, what are we doing next?
Okay, so once you have all of your pieces in position how you like them, we are now going to glue them. Now, like we mentioned before, we are handling hot glue guns, so you want to be very careful because the glue that comes out is hot and the tip of the glue gun is hot as well. Okay, so just be very careful when you use them. Yes, Jude has another question.
Is it okay if you can do it like a person?
Well, you can build a person if you wanted to build a person, but and that's the fun thing about doing crafts, boys and girls. You can make it however you want so that it's meaningful to you.
Ooh, they look like the professionals. So go ahead and pick up a piece, put a bunch of glue on it, and set it down. Should we put the glue on the piece or the glue on the board?
The easiest way to do this is to take the glue and glue on the shell, and then you'll set it right back where you had it. So I'm going to start with the shell first, and we're just going to add glue all around the edges. Okay, and then we're going to stick that down there, and we're going to push. You want to push a little bit just to make sure that it adheres to the board. We'll hold it there for a few seconds, and then you can start gluing all the other pieces on.
Are you ready? Are you going to? Oh, you got to try to make it look like a turtle there. That's great. Yeah, lots of glue. I don't know if you can get too much glue here.
We have some extra glue sticks too here with you in case I've run out. I'm going to
It gets very
one in
stringy.
there.
We can pull the strings off later, so that's what's kind of nice. Ooh, here, turn it.
Yeah, so as you use hot glue, you do tend to get a bunch of little glue strands that come off of it. Just go ahead and glue all your pieces on, and then we can pull those off. Do you need some help? Yeah, and that's the thing that we're learning here, Jude, right, is that it does dry pretty fast, so you want to make sure you know where you're putting it, and then stick it right down because that glue will. Where would you like that?
There. Good job.
Do you want it this way?
Wow. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch back here.
Okay, and then you can go ahead and glue your other pieces
Let's set
on.
it down. Okay, go ahead and let go. And we'll put it here.
Susan,
Yes.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Are you having a lot
Oh.
of fun? Yes.
There we go.
We enjoy crafting here at 3ABN.
Do you guys know what kind of clothes turtles like to wear? Did you know they wear clothes? What kind of clothes? Oh, the shells? No, there's another type of shirt they like to wear. Does anybody know?
Ooh, I wonder if I know.
Whoa, what do you think?
A turtleneck shirt.
Oh, a turtleneck. That's exactly right.
That's right.
Oh, okay, we got a smart crew here. Very good. You know what's up. Hey, didn't you were telling me something earlier about a light bulb. You think you can say that one? Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got a guest riddleist here.
What did the baby light bulb say to the mommy light bulb?
I don't know. What did the baby light bulb say?
I love you, Watts and Watts.
Oh, I love you, Watts and Watts. That's so good. I like that because that sort of reminds me of the two turtles that love each other and they're walking along together. That's awesome. What about these shells? Do you guys know how long it takes shells to form? Yeah, what do you think, Rosa?
20 years.
Well, sometimes they can take 20 years. It depends on, well, who uses a shell? Do you guys know what kind of creature uses a shell out there? Well, that's true. Oh, I mean, how about these shells where they came from? Go ahead.
Hermit crab.
Oh, crabs. Anything else? Yeah?
Oh, like those pearls.
Oh, oysters. Yes. Okay, let's get that turned around. Very good. You guys know your sea creatures.
See, Jude over here is coming up with his own way to put these on. That's very creative. Boys and girls, if you would like to visit our website, 3abnkids.tv, where you can get all of the supply list and the instructions on how to do this craft.
Oh, yeah. There's glue string all over the place, and that's okay. We get glue on the gun, too. Okay, quick, can you put it in spot? Woo, okay.
All right, and so
almost
once
like
you
string
have
art.
all of yours glued on, you can see I have lots of little glue strings too, so I'm just gonna pull those off, clean it up a little bit.
All right, are you okay?
Okay, now our next step
Oh, that's okay.
is we have some rope, and this is gonna help us to hang our craft. So we are going to push this through our hole. Might have to give it a little twist to get it to go through. And I'm going to do the other side as well. And then we're going to place knots on the end, and that way it will help us to hang it. Well, that's all the time we have here for today. Thank you for joining us on Kids Camp Creation Crafts, where Scripture inspires creativity.
Oh, that's great.